Hi, welcome friends. This is yet another session of Java. This is an example. This is an example of how to code Java classes. Hope you all will enjoy. Uh, so please continue liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope we are able to overcome certain difficulties that you had pointed out earlier. Going forward, we will be able to give you better experience through our video. So please continue to support our channel. Thank you. Okay, welcome friends. So this is a discussion. As I already in my earlier videos, I had told that we have a multiple interface, that is multiple implementations of interfaces. You can have multiple interfaces implemented in the same class, but only one class can be extended. So in some way we can say multiple inheritance is possible, but at the same time, if it is possible for the class, if you ask, it is not possible. Okay, if you have a class, there is only one. You can only use extend keyword for one class only. That is, so you can have only one super class for a class. At the same time, you can have multiple interfaces as well. So all these facilities are available. Anyhow, this is a generic object-oriented programming class example. So we will be discussing a school, very simple school. Okay, example. So the school starts with the basic thing, that is a student. The student class actually have details of string name and integer number, as well as if this particular student, it also tells if this particular student is a leader of the, is means is the class leader of the, is a class leader. That's what it says. It actually supports multiple class leaders as well. I mean, it can have multiple class leaders. I mean, one or two class leaders. In some cases, it is a requirement. So this is what we have. So you have an empty constructor. If you want, you can give. It is not mandatory. If you want to give a constant or something, you can give that. But here the main constructor is with the public student. Okay, earlier we created a class student implementing the print interface that has a print me method. So we have to implement that print me method in this particular class, and we create this instance. We could create the instance using the student constructor. Okay, the student constructor is actually getting three arguments: name, number, and also it asks if it sets if it is a this particular student is a class leader or not. So again, the last method is the preview method. We are not actually interested in anything other than just printing out the values, because we can actually get a set as two string methods. Even this is the print me method can be used for used in two string method also, but actually I just tried to use the print me method of print interface. Okay, so this is an example that implements interface as well. So in this case, class also is there. The class has a class name that is a string, and also number of students. We created students earlier, which has a an array of students. Okay, and also the teacher is there, the class teacher. These are all the things that are mandatory for creating a class and printing it. Okay, see here we actually implemented the print method as well. We gave the getter setter methods here, and again there is another thing. This is a staff. We have created a class staff. The class staff is actually a generic method. I mean, it's not a generic method. It actually, all staffs can be can have can be included in this particular class. It's a very simple class, but okay. We create a staff class, then okay. So next is the teacher class. Teacher class actually extends the staff class actually we created earlier, and it implements the print interface as well. Okay. So here we are not actually interested in the subjects of the teacher, but because we kept it very simple, we'll be using the second constructor, that is the public teacher name and EMB number, that is set to the staff. Okay. Again, all these things, okay, we are having get name and EMB number, get EMB number, that we are accessing. When we are accessing from here, we will be getting, that is from this, yeah, that is here you can see that there is a print me method, that is from the print interface. We are actually getting the get names from the super class. Okay, the CMB number also from the super class. We are not doing much on that. Okay, then we create a school class, and the school actually has a school name and classes. That's the only thing that we are discussing here. So this actually generates and prints all these details. Again, we are using the print interface here. Yeah, so we are actually implementing the print interface and printing all the details here. Here we actually creates all the objects, that is multiple students we are creating, multiple actually, if you look, this is a two-dimensional array of students, that is each of these students actually, since it is a theoretical thing, we are giving like this. It may be similar or different. Okay, so here the student is there, and number, student number is there, if it is he is a leader or not, it is there. All these details we have given. Similarly, we have created the teachers, uh, teacher name and employee number is there, class is there. So class is having teachers, that is if you give s of 0 means this, since it is a two-dimensional array, that whole array is there. Okay, s of 1, s of 2. Similarly, t1 is teachers, this s is actually students, t is teachers. Okay, 0 1 2 3 teachers for each class we created like that. And then we print the details using the school.printme. School.printme is actually taking all the values from classes and then getting then printing it, and similarly it gets the teacher class and then prints the details of the teacher, class teacher as well. Okay, this is a very simple one, but interesting. If you are actually a student of what oops, that is you are trying to program oops, then this type of examples may be very helpful. If you have any doubts, please ask. If you like it, please try to share, subscribe, like, and comment. Okay, here we are having the console, which will actually print out the details of when we run it. We can run it using the run button. You can see the school name I have set is St. Mary's. Class name is 1A, that is A is the division of the class. Again, we have two classes, 1A and 1B for first standard. And employee teacher name is Sinu and employee number of this teacher is 1. Similarly, we can actually give the details of the students as well here. If you want, you can actually implement it. I mean, you try to print out the details or actually change it. The main thing about programming is always be inquisitive and do different types of things, and that's how you improvise things. At first you have to improvise things, you can change it the way you want, and then you actually will learn how programming is. That is, here actually we haven't used much about much other things, only extensions and implementation. At the same time, if you look here, we are using a loop for getting all the class details. All the class details are stored in the inside the school. It is stored inside classes object arrays, and we are printing the class details and the class teacher details here. So you can actually give student details also. Class actually has students also, so you should actually get a mental picture of all these things. Okay, the base class I have given is what? The school. Okay, the base class is the, I mean, inside school we are having students. I mean, we are just, these are the basic data elements inside, that is a class and school name. I mean, inside class we have two data elements, that is student and teachers. We have student and teacher. I mean, every class has student and a teacher. So we create a school object with the class array, and also classes, actually class array, and class array is having teachers and students, which is the class name, teachers and students. So it is actually has, okay, I'm using the word has, which is actually teacher is actually one, students are multiple. So a class is having multiple students and one teacher and a class name, one class name only. Okay, so this is it. The class, the school is having classes and name. Then again, the class is having teachers, that is the class teacher, students. Again, the class teacher is actually extension of staff. Okay, staff is the base class of a teacher. Then we print all these things. My class actually is a class. Then the students. So these are the things. So please keep in mind. Please continue sharing. If you have any doubt, please ask. We can even have a interactive online session on this. If you have any doubt, please ask. Thank you.